Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, by Shem Barakah Kodash, Barakathum. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who ruled and teach well, and peace and salutations to Ya'akim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. This is the brother Raya with another video, and this is a video from RT America titled Human Telepathy in Our Lifetime is Possible Through BMIs or Brain-Machine Interfaces, pretty much implants. And this all just plays into Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's transhumanist New World Order system, which will be predicated upon the mark of the beast, which is the RFID/NFC microchip implant. And while the mark of the beast will be mandatorily implemented, and you will be faced with death for not taking it, up until then, Esau Edom is psychologically and subconsciously priming you people to easily accept the microchip implant through information like this, making implants look like scientific and medical breakthroughs and miracles that will make life that much easier. And this perfectly plays into Revelation chapter 13, verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, implants that allow people to read each other's minds, implants that allow people to link up with computers to make their work that much easier and more efficient, implants that allow blind people to see, implants that allow paralyzed people to walk, and implants that allow deaf people to hear, which he, Esau Edom, had the power to do in the sight of the beast being Esau Edom's financial, political, and military system, that fourth beast, the reincarnated Roman Empire, which is that NATO EU system which the United States of America is a part of, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And you can see how these nations of people around the world are making an image to this beast. Not only did they shave their face and wear business suits, but these countries are moving towards a cashless society built on digital currencies. A perfect example of that is China. It's actually frowned upon to use physical currency in that country by the younger generations. Most people do payments through QR codes on their phones. They even have homeless people with phones taking donations through QR codes. There are also fully automated convenience stores without human cashiers, and payments are done through RFID tags. The only next logical step would be a microchip implant. Let's get back to this video dealing with these miracles that Esau Edom's going to deceive you people with to more easily accept that microchip implant.
Telepathy, or communication without talking, has always seemed more like a sixth sense, but now scientists are looking into integrating thoughts into technology. Would this allow others to know our thoughts? Well, we had to bring RT correspondent Natasha Sweet, who always knows my thoughts, in on this, and she has more on the latest research from LA.
From texting to using social media, we communicate without speaking all throughout the day. But we get to choose what others hear from us. If you bring a machine into the mix without emotions, does this pose a dangerous threat? According to researchers, telepathy is the natural progression for communication. Scientists were able to use machine learning technology to convert brain signals to computer-generated speech. The technology had a 75% intelligibility rate, tracking simple, expected words. All signals were measured from the speech center of epileptic patients' brains who were undergoing surgery. And the idea isn't that far-fetched. Take Elon Musk's Neuralink. His project focuses on investigating connections between brains and machines.
Looks a little something like a mark in the forehead.
Says their ultimate goal is to enable humans to coexist with artificial intelligence.
Everything that you perceive, feel, hear, think, it's all action potentials. It's all it's neural spikes.
And Elon Musk isn't doing all this out of the kindness of his heart. He's on board with the powers that be's New World Order agenda, because in order to make that much money and be that high in society, you have to be playing ball with these elites like the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Gettys, the DuPonts, you name it.
Joel Kahn, a cardiologist and holistic medical doctor, says he's worked with very complex patients and sees a benefit of being able to access the latest treatments and techniques through this technology.
the super doctor, I hope, doesn't have to be a robot. I hope the super doctor is a human with an enhanced brain and enhanced telepathy, so that literally, if your listeners aren't aware, the number 3 cause of death in the United States are medical errors, drug interactions, mistaken procedures, and such. We need to improve on that, and better super-powered healthcare professionals is literally going to be one answer in the future.
Take a look at
and deceive the people by those miracles which he had the power to do in the sight of the beast. Oh, look, implants aren't that bad. They can make doctors more efficient and better at their jobs, to where they'll do less errors during dangerous medical procedures.
At how Alexa has evolved. Researchers say this technology is similar, as a machine is interpreting words and putting them together to mean something. However, not everyone is on board, especially when it comes to privacy concerns. And since thoughts are just that, private, Dr. Khan says the future of this technology must be cautious of our individual privacy.
This literally becomes a system, whether it's Neuralink by Elon Musk or any other, that can actually monitor your thoughts, somehow some just like recorded stream of consciousness that becomes a digital record. We got to be pretty wary about that and have a pretty clear ability to turn it off.
And Dr. Khan brings up a great question: if thoughts would one day be used in a court of law.
Think about cyber hacking into your brain and being able to download in a murder case and a divorce case and a abuse case, literally being able to access what is not accessible. There's going to be a few applications where that might be helpful, but we have to be very important it doesn't get abused.
But maybe something like a brain implant being proposed by Elon Musk's company Neuralink is still too invasive for most. It'll be interesting to see what role ethics will play in the future of thought technology. In Los Angeles, Natasha Sweet, RT.
Here's an article from activistpost.com titled "Linking Brains to Computers: How New Implants Are Helping Us Achieve This Goal." Cyborgs are no longer science fiction. The field of brain-machine interfaces, or BMIs, which use electrodes, often implanted into the brain, to translate neuronal information into commands capable of controlling external systems, such as a computer or robotic arm, have actually been around for some time, and quite some time. I did a video a couple of months ago on how back in the 60s, the CIA was implanting electrodes into dogs' heads, which allowed them to control the dog like a remote-controlled toy. And there was also a video I saw where a special forces operator in Vietnam said his body was full of microchip implants that allowed his handlers to also control him like a remote-controlled toy. And then there was some information I read on how back in the 50s, there was a microchip implant that they put into the shoulder of a bull that allowed them to take complete control of the bull's body. Not only does Esau Edom want to know your every whereabouts and all your purchases through the microchip implant, he also wants to be able to read your thoughts and control your entire body. Just check out that movie Upgrade to see where Esau Edom wants to take things. Like it says in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, he wants to sit in the temple of the Most High and be as the Most High. Esau Edom's a madman with a God complex. Entrepreneur Elon Musk's company, Neuralink, is aiming to test their BMI systems on human patients by the end of 2020. In the long term, BMI devices may help monitor and treat systems of neurological disorders and control artificial limbs, but they could also provide a blueprint to design artificial intelligence and even enable direct brain-to-brain communication, like telepathy. However, for the time being, the main challenge is to develop BMIs that avoid damaging brain tissue and cells during implantation and operation, and Esau Edom has already figured out this problem. BMIs have been around for over a decade, helping people who have lost the ability to control their limbs, for example. I did another video a couple of months ago on how a man got into an accident and became paraplegic, but then he got a brain chip implant that allowed him to move his limbs again. That's pretty much it with the information in this article. But as you sincere Akim can see, we're getting closer and closer to the mandatory implementation of the microchip implant. back in Revelation chapter 13, I'm going to jump to verse 16. And he causeth all, that he being the elites of the Edomites, such as the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Gettys, the DuPonts, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, that microchip implant, in their right hand or in their foreheads. And as we just saw from that video and that article, they have implants that they're able to put inside your head, because you've got some jokers out there that say that it's impossible for them to put any type of implants inside your head or your brain. But you people are going to learn soon enough that it's not a game out here. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. You won't be able to do anything in society without the microchip implant. And as I said at the beginning of the video, you will be faced with death for not taking the microchip implant. But you sincere Akim out there should know by now not to take the microchip implant, no matter what comes your way during Jacob's trouble. Because while you may be put to death for not taking the microchip implant, you will definitely be put to death for taking the microchip implant. You'll be killed when Yahushua HaMashiach, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, returns to save the elect of his people and put an end to the rulership of the heathens. I'm going to close it out in Revelation chapter 14, verse 9 through 10. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. Those 200 million nuclear missiles, as well as the laser beams from the chariot of the Most High, which people ignorantly refer to as so-called UFOs, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, Yahushua. So again, don't take that chip, Akim. You don't want to be burned up in this lake of fire when it ignites. So with this video, I hope you were edified. And as always, I'm going to say Abba Bal, Kwam Yasharala. Till next time, Shalom.